Yo, welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade. Today on the show, we've got more Noah Lyles content because you demanded it. Team USA finally embracing their gold medal sneakers. Roman Reigns showing out big in Jordans. This week's hottest release, and of course, our Hard Pass. All right, let's start the show with some hot takes. So, we'll be honest, we weren't really up on the whole Noah Lyles thing and why the internet seems to not be fans of the Olympic gold medalist. We just figured, he's a Zoomer who talks a lot. How is that bad? Well, turns out he's even ruffled some feathers at the brand he currently endorses and who he's trying to convince to make him a signature shoe. In June, Time magazine published a feature on Lyles and a story about him not attending an event for Anthony Edwards, aka Team USA's #1 option, Adidas signature shoe athlete, and now fellow Olympic gold medalist. In the feature, Lyles, who was in the middle of negotiations with Adidas at the time and recently said he missed the event because of a scheduling conflict, said, "You want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about, and you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect, the man is an amazing athlete. He is having a heck of a year. I love that they saw the insight to give him a shoe because they saw that he was going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that for me?" Wow. So many things to dissect from that quote. I get feeling slighted, I guess. But the part where Adidas doesn't care about basketball is low-key the wildest comment in there. Like, Noah, Adidas cares about basketball. They've been playing catch up to Nike for 40 years after they failed to sign Michael Jordan, who loved Adidas at the time and was determined to sign with them if not for Viola Davis's clairvoyant insight and Matt Damon's hustle. Anyways, now that the Olympics is over, should they make a signature shoe for Lyles? Personally, I don't see why not. His trolling nature will get him over with enough fans, but a Lyles signature shoe would probably mean a lot more if he pulled off the Olympic double in the 100 and 200 meters. I gotta say though, annoying people at the brand and a signature star whose whole marketing campaign revolves around talking trash is not a good way to kick things off. Adidas isn't letting the Lyles mini controversy get them down though, as they hooked up Anthony Edwards with an exclusive gold colorway of his signature AE1 as part of his medal tour in Paris. They even dropped a new commercial that calls back to a classic Kevin Garnett ad from 2004. Thanks, Nice Kicks, for catching that detail. The look of the commercial is different, but the song remains the same. And I'm not gonna lie, as cool as the song and the callback is, when we think of that song, it isn't Edwards or KG or any Hooper that comes to mind. RIP to a real one. Shout out to Angel Reese. Her first signature collection with Reebok is dropping next week, and it's looking promising. The women's exclusive features 3 sneakers that match nicely with her Chicago Sky kits, and it's got some signature details, including the crown on the O in Reebok. I doubt that's her signature logo, but it could be a teaser for what's to come as the wait for her actual signature shoe continues. Good on the brand for capitalizing on the hype as Reese looks to continue her Rookie of the Year worthy campaign. We can't even get so much as a word out of Nike and Caitlin Clark. You know, technically neither side has announced anything official, and we're kind of getting to the point where we have to wonder what's going on. Hopefully the internet won't have to bully Nike again like they did in regards to getting A'ja Wilson a signature shoe. But it would be kind of funny. Like, what are we doing here, Nike? Speaking of the swoosh, LeBron James debuted all gold and blue iridescent colorways of the Nike LeBron 22 during Team USA's gold medal game against France last week. When co-writer saw the blue iridescent shoes, he texted, "Yeah, blue iridescent my ass. Those are silver medal shoes just in case they lost." Hater as always aside, the co-writer. Anyway, LeBron, KD, Devin Booker, and Sabrina Ionescu all debuted gold medal versions of their signature shoes, and I just want to commend them for actually having the audacity to rock them during the game. Like, we've seen Nike gold medal sneakers before, but we never got to see them on court. Remember the Nike LeBron 10 Plus gold medal? Pretty cool, right? Also would have been pretty ballsy to rock them against Spain in the 2012 final, but James opted for the regular USA colored pair that day. I guess 2024 is a new day, as even guy who did nothing and got an A in the group project, Tyrese Halliburton, wore the gold medal Nike Kobe 4 Pro Tro. And don't think we forgot about you, Joel Embiid. We see you also got some gold medal sneakers for your Skechers SIX float. I just don't know what to say about them. Either kind of like you. The original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, is back in WWE, and he's been spotted rocking some noteworthy J's. For his return during SummerSlam, he Superman punched Solo Sikoa in the Trophy Room 1 Lows, and then for his first SmackDown back, he once again Superman punched Solo Sikoa in the University Red colorway of the Jordan Jumpman Jack. Looks like Jordan Brand has elevated Roman's deal after delivering some exclusive for him this past WrestleMania. During a recent episode of Sneaker Shopping, Cody Rhodes said that all wrestlers should be chasing a deal similar to Roman's. Okay, this is part of the segment where we kind of correct Cody and say that, yeah, wrestlers should chase brand deals like that. But previous management didn't like it when their talent looked for opportunities outside of their purview. So let's consider that when wondering why John Cena never had a Reebok or Jordan deal in his prime. Anyways, after years of alternating between Heat and GRs, is this a new hypebeast era for the OTC where we see him not only rocking the rarest of J's, but some exclusives with his branding alongside the Jumpman? It's going to be interesting to watch Roman and his J's for the next few weeks as WWE tries to figure out how to make the most of their most popular superstar of the moment while he has a limited schedule. Stuff like showing up only for the biggest of shows works when you're a bad guy, but as a good guy, I don't know. It's going to be weird. All right, let's move on. Our pick of the week is the Nike Kobe 9 Elite High Pro Trail Halo on August 23rd for $240, and then the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low Halo on August 23rd for $210. So celebrating what would have been the late Kobe Bryant's 46th birthday, we've got the next two Halo Kobe sneakers, an almost white Nike Kobe 9 Elite in both high cut and the low cut. After its debut in 2014, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite is beloved in the sneaker world for not only its performance on the court, but for its forward-thinking style as well. It was the first flighted Nike basketball shoe, but it also inverted the trend that Kobe is often credited with popularizing, the low-top basketball shoe. By going high at launch, then low, and with engineered mesh months later, it opened up the Kobe line in a way that wasn't possible with previous entries. This new Halo colorway, which will kick off the return of the Kobe 9 Elite, features new details, like the Kobe Sheath logo on the overlay and the Halo designation on the inner tongue. I'm going to be very curious to see how well the Kobe 9 Elite performs at retail because it is so expensive at $240 and $210 respectively, a slight price bump from the $225 and $200 in 2014 and 2015. Then again, they were not always the easiest pair to pick up even back then, so yeah, this is going to be a tough one. Make more Kobe 9s, John Donahoe. And side note, multiple outlets are reporting that the Kobe 9 Elite Low Halo has a September release date, so heads up if you're looking forward to the Low next week, just in case. Oh, and since you're here, John, here's a wish list of 10 Nike Kobe 9 Elite sneakers that need a Pro Trail release, along with the new colorways you need to be dropping. Note that the Christmas masterpiece and what are already rumored to be coming back, so we didn't include them on this list, but you knew that already, didn't you, John? Number 1, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low HTM. Number 2, the Nike Kobe 9 Low Bruce Lee, but make them elite this time. Number 3, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low Beethoven. Number 4, the Nike Kobe 9 Low Philippines, but also make them elite this time. The Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low Moonwalker. Number 6, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Black History Month. Number 7, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Detail. Number 8, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Perspective. Number 9, the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low Mamba Moment. And 10, put the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low on Nike by you. We know you can do it. All right, let's do an F1 summer checkup as the second half of the season is about to begin in the Netherlands. Who would have guessed at the start of the year that we would be in this position, with drivers actually competing with Max Verstappen and teams threatening to overtake Red Bull in the Constructors' Championships? Many, including yours truly and late to jump on the F1 bandwagon co-rider, thought that this would be a repeat of the 2023 season when the Red Bulls, mostly Max, won every race except for one. And it looked like that would be the case early on, with Max once again winning most of the races except for one. Shout out to Carlos Sainz and his former appendix. But since Lando Norris' maiden win in Miami, things have started to shift. Other drivers were making their way to the top of the podium. Teams were finally putting together cars that would challenge Red Bull. Lando and Max were engaging in overblown squabbles, and Red Bull's Sergio Perez was losing form. Don't get it twisted. Max has won 3 more times since Miami, but he hasn't been the same dominant self as he has been in previous years. Like, Sir Lewis Hamilton has won 2 of the last 3 races. Before that, you'd be forgiving that thinking he was just counting the days until he could suit up for Ferrari, who also happened to be sponsored by Puma. McLaren arguably has the best car on the grid, and their number one driver might not even be Lando. Ferrari stays doing what they're doing, which is either really great or the stuff that memes are made of. Crazy as it sounds, but the Drivers' Championship and Constructors' Championship are now up for grabs. Well, at least one of them is for sure up in the air. Max built such a huge gap at the start of the season and is doing well enough to not give up points to Lando and Oscar Piastri, but with Checo constantly placing in the bottom 10 or worse, it feels like Red Bull is Max trying to fend off McLaren, Ferrari, and even Mercedes for the Constructors' Championship. And it's been damn fun to watch, man. Oh, and here's another top 10. This time, moments that need to be covered on Drive to Survive next season. I can't wait until we join the rest of the F1 fans who complain that the show doesn't properly cover F1 or that they intentionally mislead viewers and blah, blah, blah. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We'll just enjoy the show for what it is and how it got us to become fans of the sport for reals. So number one, more Gunther Steiner content. Don't care he doesn't have a job this year. Number two, more Valtteri Bottas content. Don't care he might not have a job next year. Number three, Lewis and Toto Wolff talking about Lewis leaving for Ferrari. Number four, Lando and Oscar's first wins and who's really the number one McLaren driver. Number five, Charles Leclerc emotional Monaco win. Number six, Carl Sainz figuring out where he's going next. 7, Yuki Tsunoda doing Yuki Tsunoda things. Number 8, George Russell being too clever for his own good. Number 9, Daniel Ricciardo being an emotional wreck week after week. And number 10, Fernando Alonso going through the motions like only Fernando can since his car sucks this year. Okay, it's time for this week's Hard Pass. We take a look at something in the culture that just needs to go, like arguing over who's the best big three. Last week, Topps dropped arguably the biggest non-rookie basketball trading card in over 15 years when they revealed that a redemption card for a one-of-a-kind, for now, triple autograph card of LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant in their Team USA uniforms will be randomly inserted in one very lucky package of Topps Now trading cards. For those unfamiliar, Topps Now is the brand's print-on-demand program where they instantly produce cards of memorable moments in the world of sports. Along with the cards that were ordered, Topps will sometimes throw in a bonus to select customers like rare, shiny, or autographed versions. In this case, the triple auto is unique because it appears to be a true one-of-one, meaning there's no bronze or silver or gold version that's got a higher print run. This is it. There will only be one ever made for now, but more on the for now of it all later. So why is this card a big deal beyond the obvious? Well, up until the past several months, LeBron James has always been an Upper Deck exclusive athlete. He has only ever signed Upper Deck produced trading cards and memorabilia. For 20 years, if you asked him to sign a Panini or Topps trading card, he could not because of contractual obligations. That's not to say he's never been caught slipping, but if you ever see a LeBron James signed Panini card being sold online, take it with a grain of salt. Now, the roles are reversed with James signing a multi-year deal with Fanatics now, which owns Topps. And the timing could not be better as Topps is set to take over the NBA license in 2025 after Panini had the exclusive rights since 2009. In the basketball trading card world, this is monumental news. The only thing that could top it, pun intended, is Michael Jordan leaving Upper Deck. But hey, if Fanatics/Topps can't get MJ, they can get the next best thing in LeBron and Steph and KD. Okay, the next 3 best things, let's say. And that's why this triple autograph card is such a huge deal. According to Topps, this is the first official card that will feature LeBron's and Steph's signature on the same piece. This will also be the first LeBron and Kevin Durant signed card since KD's early Seattle and Oklahoma City days. Topps also claims that this is the first LeBron Topps autograph card, but that's a matter of semantics because James did sign another one-of-a-kind card with his son Bronny for a Bowman set that dropped earlier this year, which is owned by Topps. Regardless, the Topps card is historic, and a lot of first yada, yada, yada. You get that part. It's probably going to sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars because of the novelty of it being the first. And that's where the for now that I mentioned earlier comes into play. When Topps takes over the NBA license in 2025, they will have LeBron autographs, Curry autographs, and Durant autographs in their NBA uniforms. At some point, we'll get our first LeBron and KD duels in a long time. Sometimes they will pair up Steph with KD, which we've seen before when Panini had the license. Obviously, we'll get Steph and LeBron signatures in various pictures from their 4 matchups in the NBA Finals, and inevitably, because Fanatics and Topps likes money, they will create more triple signature cards of LeBron, Steph, and KD and pack it in their uber expensive product that no kid that doesn't have a trust fund will ever have the chance to own. Don't get me wrong. If I pulled that kind of card, I'd be jumping for joy because that's basically an all-expense-paid vacation to Monaco to watch the F1 race sitting alongside all sorts of European celebrities I don't recognize. Some people are already calling it the greatest basketball triple autograph card ever made, but here's the thing. Is it even better than this triple? See, a lot of people were hyping up the 2024 Team USA as one of the most, if not the most talented group the country has ever put together for the Olympics. Yeah, okay. You know when else I heard that? In 2008 with the Redeem Team. And in 2012 when we had a mixture of stars like Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, and the late Kobe Bryant teaming up with LeBron and KD. What makes 2024 different? I guess is the LeBron, Steph, and KD trio. The argument is that the Team USA has never had more accomplished triplets. That's 10 NBA championships, 7 finals MVPs, dozens of all-star appearances, and now 8 gold medals. Well, MJ, Magic, and Bird have 14 NBA championships, 10 finals MVPs, dozens of all-star appearances, and 4 gold medals. The 1992 Dream Team elevated basketball, making it the global game that we enjoy today. And because of that, the best hoopers don't always come from the States. You could argue that the top 3 players in the world today are not American. Jokingly, if you want to blame anybody for why Team USA doesn't just breeze to the gold like they used to, blame the OG Dream Team. But we're not here to blame anybody. We're not even here to pick one triple autograph card over the other. I mean, it's pretty damn cool that Topps can produce a card with this much historical significance and what this means for the future when Topps will also likely get Magic and Bird on board for some signatures as well. I would just pump the brakes with declaring this card the GOAT. Yeah. And that's going to do it for the show. Thank you guys for watching Hard Pass. I am Jacques Slade. I'll see you next week. If you'd like to possibly be featured in a future episode, call us at 818-493-9325. Leave a short message if you want. Your socials, no more than 30 seconds. All right. I'll see you next week. Peace. Well, maybe we'll see you a little later than that. Stay tuned on this channel.